Hello students. Before we move on, please like, share and subscribe the channel. In one very important information, if you want notes of this video, check the download link in the description box. Thank you. Let's start. In this video, we will study BPCC-114, Counseling Psychology. Previous year question in most important questions. These questions are very important for your examination. If you read all these carefully, you can definitely clear the exam. Let's begin. Question 5. Explain the basic concepts of dance and movement therapy. Question explanation. This question asks us to describe the fundamental principles of dance and movement therapy, DMT. We need to explain what DMT is, how it works, its goals, methods, and the psychological theories that support it. The answer should cover both the theoretical foundation and practical application. Answer. Introduction. Dance and movement therapy, DMT, is a psychotherapeutic use of movement and dance to promote emotional, cognitive, physical, and social integration. It is based on the belief that body and mind are interconnected, and movement can be a medium for self-expression and healing. DMT is rooted in psychology, body awareness approaches, and expressive arts therapies. It is used in various settings including hospitals, schools, and mental health centers. Main body. AIC. Definition and foundation of DMT. Dance and movement therapy is defined by the American Dance Therapy Association, ADTA, as the psychotherapeutic use of movement to promote emotional, social, cognitive and physical integration of the individual. The foundation of DMT lies in the idea that movement reflects personality and emotional states. By observing and modifying movement, therapists can help clients explore their inner experiences. Though, key concepts in DMT. Body-mind connection. The therapy views body movement as interconnected with emotional and psychological processes. When a person moves freely, they also express and release inner emotions. Non-verbal communication. Many clients may find it difficult to express themselves verbally. DMT uses dance as a form of communication that bypasses the limitations of language. Movement patterns and observation. Therapists analyze movement patterns to understand emotional issues. The Laban movement analysis is often used for this purpose. Mirroring technique. This involves the therapist mirroring the client's movements to build empathy, rapport, and understanding. Creative expression. DMT encourages creativity and spontaneity, allowing individuals to experiment with new ways of being and relating. Teen. Therapeutic goals and applications. Emotional expression. DMT helps individuals express emotions that are difficult to verbalize, such as trauma, grief, or anger. Stress reduction. Rhythmic and structured movement can help reduce tension and stress. Body awareness and confidence. It improves posture, motor skills, and body image, which in turn boosts self-esteem. Social skills. Group DMT sessions help build cooperation, empathy, and communication among participants. Special populations. DMT is beneficial for people with depression, autism, PTSD, eating disorders, and physical disabilities. CHAR. Theoretical support and case. Examples. Humanistic psychology. Carl Rogers' emphasis on self-actualization supports the DMT view of personal growth through expression. Psychodynamic theory. Some DMT techniques use Freudian ideas about the unconscious being expressed through body movement. Example. In a therapy session with children with autism, using repetitive and rhythmic movement helps build focus and attention. Example. A trauma survivor may use aggressive movements to safely express repressed emotions, helping them process the trauma. Conclusion. Dance and movement therapy is a powerful, holistic approach that combines physical movement with psychological healing. By using dance as a tool for communication and growth, it helps individuals reconnect with their emotions and bodies. It is especially helpful for those who struggle with verbal therapy. Overall, DMT serves as an effective intervention in both clinical and wellness settings. If you need the notes of this video, there's a download link in the description box. Be sure to check it out. Thank you. Let's see the next question. Question 6. Elucidate the history of workplace counseling. Describe the models of workplace counseling. Question explanation. This question is asking you to explain how workplace counseling developed over time and what important events or trends influenced its growth. In the second part, you must describe the main models or approaches used in workplace counseling today, such as EAP or in-house models. Answer. Introduction. Workplace counseling refers to the professional support provided to employees to help them deal with personal or work-related problems. The goal is to improve employee well-being and enhance workplace productivity. Over time, workplace counseling has evolved in response to industrial changes, employee needs, and organizational culture. It now includes several structured models, each with its own method of delivery. Understanding its history and models helps grasp its significance in modern organizational settings. Main body. 1. History of workplace counseling. Early origins. Workplace counseling traces back to the early 20th century during the Industrial Revolution. As industries expanded, employees faced long working hours, poor mental health, and low morale. Initial efforts were informal and often done by supervisors. Development during World Wars. During World War I and II, counseling services were used for returning soldiers to reintegrate into civilian life and work. This created awareness about mental health issues in the workplace. 1950 to 1970, rise of EAPS. The concept of Employee Assistance Programs, EAPS, began in the USA to deal with employee alcoholism. Over time, these programs expanded to include other personal and emotional issues. 1980 to 2000, formalization and growth. With increasing awareness about stress, work-life balance, and burnout, many companies started hiring professional counselors. Workplace counseling became part of HR and wellness initiatives. Present day, counseling is now viewed as a proactive strategy to support mental health. It includes face-to-face, online, and hybrid models and addresses a range of issues from stress to interpersonal conflicts. Though models of workplace counseling. There are several models that organizations follow, depending on their structure and employee needs. 1. In-house model. In this model, a professional counselor is employed by the organization. They are available on-site for consultations and support. Advantage. Easy accessibility and familiarity with organizational culture. Limitation. Employees may hesitate to seek help due to privacy concerns. Though, external agency model. The organization partners with an outside counseling agency. Counseling sessions are conducted off-site or virtually. Advantage. Greater confidentiality and professional boundaries. Limitation. Less integration with the company's internal environment. Team. Peer support model. Selected employees are trained in basic counseling and support skills. They act as first responders or guides to refer employees to professional help. Useful for creating a supportive culture, but not a substitute for professional care. 4. Telephone or online counseling model. Especially post-COVID, this model has grown rapidly. Employees can connect to counselors via phone, chat, or video calls. Advantage. Easy, flexible, and accessible, suitable for remote workers. Limitation. May lack emotional connection and non-verbal communication. Team. Importance and application of models. Models help ensure structured and consistent delivery of mental health services. Organizations can choose a single model or a blended approach. Many global corporations use EAPS with both in-house and external support. These models are essential to deal with modern-day workplace issues like burnout, anxiety, role conflict, and work overload. Conclusion. Workplace counseling has evolved from informal efforts to professional programs that focus on employee well-being. The different models offer flexibility in delivery based on organizational needs and employer preferences. In today's high-stress work environments, having structured counseling support is not a luxury but a necessity. It improves mental health, productivity, and organizational harmony. If you need the notes of this video, there's a download link in the description box. Be sure to check it out. Thank you. Let's see the next question. Question 7. Discuss the challenges to the counselors in workplace counseling. Question explanation. This question asks us to explain the difficulties and obstacles that professional counselors face when offering counseling services in workplace settings. It involves discussing organizational, emotional, ethical, and practical challenges that may affect the effectiveness of counseling at work. Answer. Introduction. Workplace counseling refers to psychological support services offered within organizations to help employees deal with stress, interpersonal conflicts, burnout, and emotional distress. While this service is growing in importance, counselors often face several unique challenges in this setting. These challenges may arise due to organizational policies, confidentiality concerns, dual roles, or lack of awareness about mental health. Understanding these issues is essential for improving the quality of workplace counseling. Main body. AIC. Organizational and structural challenges. Lack of support from management. Often, organizations do not fully support the role of counselors. Without proper backing, it becomes difficult to implement counseling strategies effectively. Inadequate infrastructure. Many workplaces lack private spaces or necessary resources for counseling sessions. This affects confidentiality and the quality of interaction. Rigid work culture. In high-pressure or hierarchical environments, employees may hesitate to seek help fearing judgment or stigma. Though, ethical and confidentiality issues. Dual relationships. Counselors may struggle with maintaining boundaries, especially when they are also employees of the same organization. Breach of confidentiality. When management seeks access to employee reports, it puts counselors in a difficult position, threatening trust and ethical practice. Lack of clear policies. Many organizations do not have clear ethical guidelines for workplace counseling, leading to confusion and legal risks. Teen. Personal and emotional challenges for counselors. Emotional exhaustion. Constant exposure to high-stress stories and emotional distress can lead to burnout in counselors themselves. Role conflict. Counselors often feel torn between employee well-being and organizational goals. This can result in inner conflict and dissatisfaction. Isolation. In some cases, counselors work alone without peer support or supervision, making it hard to process their own emotional experiences. CHAR. Awareness and stigma-related challenges. Low awareness. Many employees are unaware of the benefits of counseling or don't know how to access these services. Mental health stigma. A major hurdle is the stigma attached to seeking help. Employees fear being labeled weak or unfit for work. Low utilization rates. Despite availability, counseling services are often underused due to lack of trust or understanding of its purpose. Conclusion. Workplace counselors face multiple challenges, ranging from structural limitations to emotional burnout and ethical dilemmas. To improve the effectiveness of workplace counseling, organizations must build supportive policies, provide training, and ensure a culture that normalizes mental health support. Only then can counselors perform their roles effectively and foster a healthier workplace environment. If you need the notes of this video, there's a download link in the description box. Be sure to check it out. Thank you. Let's see the next question. Question 8. Write short notes on the following in about 150 words each. A. Online counseling. B. Indigenous approach to counseling. Question explanation. This question asks us to write brief and concise notes, about 150 words each, on two specific topics. Part A focuses on explaining what online counseling is, its features, benefits, and limitations. Part B requires an explanation of counseling practices rooted in Indian or native cultural traditions, values, and practices. Answer. Introduction. Counseling is a process through which individuals receive emotional, psychological, and behavioral support. With time, the methods and approaches of counseling have diversified. Online counseling has emerged as a modern, tech-based approach, while indigenous counseling reflects age-old wisdom rooted in local cultural practices. This answer will explore both these types briefly and independently. A. Online counseling. Definition and concept. Online counseling refers to the provision of psychological support and therapy through digital means like video calls, chats, emails, or apps. It is also known as teletherapy or a-therapy. Features and benefits. Accessibility. People in remote or rural areas can access therapy easily. Anonymity. Clients often feel safer and more open when interacting online. Flexibility. Sessions can be scheduled at convenient times without travel. Cost-effective. Often cheaper than in-person counseling. Limitations. Lack of non-verbal cues like body language. Technological barriers like poor internet or device access. Confidentiality risks due to data breaches or cyber threats. Example. Many platforms like BetterHelp, Talkspace, and even local Indian startups offer online counseling today. Mental health services during the COVID-19 pandemic heavily relied on online platforms. B. Indigenous approach to counseling. Definition and context. Indigenous counseling refers to therapeutic approaches that are based on local traditions, cultural wisdom, and community practices. In India, it may involve methods rooted in Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, and family or community-based healing. Features and importance. Emphasizes harmony with nature, holistic healing, and spiritual well-being. Recognizes the social and collective identity of individuals, unlike Western models that often focus on the individual. Respects traditional values, beliefs, and languages of the people. Practices in India. Use of storytelling, rituals, spiritual practices, community support systems, elders, guidance. Practices like Panchakosha theory, from yoga, Sattvavjaya Chikitsa, Ayurvedic mental healing, and Guru-disciple tradition. Challenges. Lack of formal recognition in mainstream psychology. Limited documentation and scientific research. Conclusion. Online counseling and indigenous approaches both represent important evolutions in the field of mental health. One uses modern technology to widen access, while the other draws strength from traditional wisdom and cultural relevance. For holistic mental health care, a balanced approach that values both can be highly effective. Before we end, please like, share and subscribe the channel. And one very important information: if you want notes of this video, check the download link in the description box. Thank you.